Good morning and welcome to the Compass Charter Schools end of year kindergarten celebration. We are excited to reflect on this school year of growth, learning, and of course, a lot of fun. Today's celebration is not only to reflect on a successful school year, but also to recognize the 196 scholars from our 2020-2021 kindergarten class who have earned their promotion to the first grade. In addition to celebrating our scholars' accomplishments, we are thrilled to have award-winning author Barbra Jean Hicks, also known as Barbra Jean, the Story Queen, with us today as our keynote speaker. Barbra Jean is here to share an uplifting message with us as we close out the 2020-2021 school year. Thank you, parents, family, faculty, and staff for all that you have done to support your scholars as they prepare to begin a new chapter in elementary school. It is my privilege to serve as a superintendent and CEO for Compass Charter Schools, and it is such a great honor to have each and every one of you here to celebrate the hard work and achievements of these scholars. Every single one of them deserves our congratulations. It is my hope that every scholar here today will continue to demonstrate the Arctic core values of our school as they continue on with the rest of their educational journey. Those core values being achievement, communication, integrity, respect, and teamwork. I want to extend my gratitude to all of our Compass family who have joined us to celebrate today. In addition to learning coaches, scholars, family members, and friends, we also have many members of our faculty here with us today, and we are all so thrilled to be on this journey with you. It was an amazing year to watch our 2020-21 kindergarten scholars grow into now first graders. Scholars, as you navigate your way through this next year of elementary school, know that your teachers and learning coaches are here to support you, and you're learning every step of the way. Continue to find joy in learning and know that you have so much to look forward to as you take this next step forward. Today is an exciting day for us as we honor our kindergarten scholars as it marks the forward progress of their very bright futures. And without any further delay, I'd like to congratulate all of our kindergarten scholars on their promotion to first grade. The candidates here with me today have completed all of the requirements prescribed by Compass Charter Schools to move on to elementary school. So, by virtue of the authority vested upon me by our Compass Charter Schools Board of Directors, I hereby confirm your promotion to first grade. I'm going to pause for a few moments to give our scholars and their families time to locate their names on the screens before us. We encourage you to take photos during this experience, and of course, would love to continue to share in this celebration. All right, congratulations to all of our kindergarten scholars with last names A through F. Congratulations to all of our kindergartners with last names F through M. And congratulations to all of our kindergartners with last names N through Z. One final congratulations to our class of 2033. I hope you have been able to take plenty of photos throughout our celebration so far. Stay tuned at the end of our celebration for more information on how to share them with us. It is now my privilege to introduce award-winning author and our keynote speaker for the day, Miss Barbara Jean Hicks. Miss Hicks began her professional writing career with a series of romance novels and novellas. After publishing 13 books, she stumbled on an online review of one of her romantic comedies that suggested that she really ought to be writing for children, as no one else could appreciate such silliness. At that moment, Barbara switched her focus to children's picture books. In the last dozen years, she has published 8 picture books, including Once Upon a Parsnip, Monsters Don't Eat Broccoli, The Secret Life of Walter Kitty, Frozen, A Sister More Like Me, and Frozen, An Amazing Snowman. I would now like to invite Miss Barbara Jean Hicks to share with us today.
Hi there. Sorry, it took me a few minutes to figure my microphone out. Good morning, kindergartners. I am so excited to be part of your special celebration today. You have worked hard and you have played hard and you have learned so much. And after today, you won't be kindergartners anymore. When you go back to school, you'll be first graders. Isn't that exciting? As Mr. Lewis said, I am called, let's see, can we get the screens to move here? Danielle, are you there? There we go. I'm called Barbara Jean, the Story Queen, and it's not just because I wear a tiara and a fancy gown. It's because I write books. If you love to read books, can you just say as loud as you can, yes? Wow, that was so loud. I heard it almost all the way up here in Washington. How about if you know how to write your name? Can you say yes? Wow, a lot of you know how to write your name and some other words too, I'll bet, huh? How about, how many of you like to draw pictures? Say yes. Woo! Excellent. You know what? Maybe someday, if you keep reading and writing and drawing, you'll be able to make picture books too. Maybe someday you'll do something else special that's more important to you, like be a teacher, be a doctor. Maybe you'll invent computer games. Wouldn't that be exciting? There's so many wonderful and exciting things that we can do when we go to school. Today, I want to give you some advice about something that will help you as you move forward and as you go through school to do the things that are most interesting and most special to you. And I'm going to ask a few friends of mine to help me. Storybook friends from the books I've written, starting out with Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red for short. In a few minutes, I'm going to read you a Little Red story, and it's not the same old Little Red Riding Hood you know. It's a brand new story about Little Red. And while I'm reading her story, I want you to pay really close attention and see if you can figure out what Little Red does to solve a very big problem. And that's actually my first piece of advice. Pay attention. Whether you're in school or you're at home or you're reading something or you're listening to someone, pay close attention. Speaking of parsnips, meet Penelope Parsnip. She is going to give us some really special advice that I think you might know already, but sometimes it's advice we forget. Finally, I'm going to introduce you to 3 of my friends who want to teach you a very big word. Now, sometimes when you're in kindergarten, people don't think you know big words. They only think you know tiny little words. Well, sometimes it's fun to surprise grown-ups with a big word. So my friend Opper the frog, his name is Opper because it rhymes with hopper and frogs hop, right? So that's Opper the frog. And then we have a fish. This is Mr. Tuna. He's not a trout. He's not a shark. He's a tuna. Can you remember that he's a tuna? And, oh, do you know who this is? Yes, that's Queen Elsa. But what I want you to pay attention to here is not the queen herself, but what's she drinking there? If that's not a coffee cup, it is a teacup, right? So remember that Princess Elsa is drinking tea. So are you ready for a story? Put your listening ears on and let's go. Once Upon a Parsnip by Barbara Jean Hicks and Kevin R. Wood with pictures by Ben Mann. Kevin and Ben are both friends of mine, and we wrote this story as a team. We used teamwork and wrote this story together. One day in a market in fairy tale land, 2 shopping trips don't go the way they were planned. It all starts in Granny Hood's house in the woods and across town in old Bully Wolf's neighborhood. Little Red and her granny are sipping herb tea. Mr. Wolf files his teeth while he's watching TV. And here's what's on the TV screen. They're both watching. Good news, friends and neighbors. You can shop too, where 4 out of 5 fairy godmothers do. The Fairy Tale Market. We've got what you need. You'll find what you're looking for fast, guaranteed. And Little Red says, I need to buy apples and parsnips for lunch. But the wolf says, I'm feeling a need for a 3-piggy brunch. Little Red gets her shopping list, basket, and cape. Mr. Wolf packs up rope and a roll of duct tape. Wouldn't you know, Bully Wolf gets there first. Wouldn't you guess? Oh, Wolf, you're the worst. Look what he is doing. He's tied up those little pigs and taped their mouth shut, and he's boiling some water in the background. Oh, no. Oh, no. Open up, piggies. I know you're in there. My granny needs lunch and our cupboards are bare. By the hair of my chin, it's that rat Little Red, whose woodcutter friend tried to chop off my head. Just watch me bamboozle her into my brew. Delicious, delectable, girl and pig stew. You notice that he's put on one of the little pig's clothes here, and he's taped a little pigtail to his back. Welcome, my sweet. Have a pickle to munch on. I'm happy to help you find goodies to munch on. Are you Mr. Pig? Are you feeling okay? I thought pigs were pink, but you're definitely gray. Forget about me. This is all about you. Aren't you dying to sample Jack's magic bean stew? Or how about eggs from the giant's pet hen? The yolks are pure gold, and one egg will feed 10. What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with this pig? He's so antsy, he's practically dancing a jig. I know you'll want breadcrumbs. We sell them at cost. If you carry them with you, you'll never get lost. They glow in the moonlight. They're easy to pack. Just throw them behind you to find your way back. Something smells fishy, and it isn't the trout. It's a wolf in pig's clothing. I've figured it out. Speaking of backs, Mr. Pig, yours is furry. My dear, I'm afraid your poor eyes have gone blurry. You need poison apples, but no need to panic. Our poison's 100% pure organic. But Mr. Pig, why are there claws on your toes? And where's your short snout? How'd you get the long nose? Well, just because yours is so tiny and cute doesn't give you the right to make fun of my snoot. Oh no, Mr. Piggy, I'm not making fun. Never mind, here you go. Have a gingerbread bun. So where are the piggies? In trouble, I'll bet. I should run away, but I can't do it yet. Let's see here. Now here's something crazy. I mean, this is strange. Our pumpkins are drivable. Poof, see the change? I've got to pretend I still think he's a pig. Oh, wow, Mr. Piggy, that's bigger than big. Not as big as our porridge in Papa Bear size. Try lifting the box. It's superb exercise. Does your granny like peas? We have frozen and canned. If you want my advice, go with Pea Princess brand. Where in the world could those 3 piggies be? If I don't find them soon, Mr. Wolf will get me. They're squishy, they're mushy, they're pure mattress mashed. Enough! Tell me now where you've got the pig stashed. Tell you? I'll show you, my dear little child. And the wolf leaps for red like a beast in the wild. In a flash, she rips open the peas from the freezer and flings them in front of the toothy old geezer. And 2 tumbles later, he slides through the deli and soars past the pigs that he planned for his belly and plops in the pot with a walloping splash. There won't be pig stew, but there could be wolf hash. You can thank Granny Hood, I'm a strict vegetarian. Cooking a wolf would be just too barbarian. Don't even think about sticking around, or I might be convinced to sell wolf by the pound. Stick around? When a snip of a girl brought me down? A wolf living here in this gossipy town? It's a twitter with tails. It's a story machine. And the wolf slinks away, hoping not to be seen. 3 cheers for the hero who saved us from harm.
3 cheers for our newly installed wolf alarm. 3 cheers for our friends and for parties and laughter.
And everyone lived happy lives ever after. Even old Wolf, if the stories are true. They say he now lives at the Grimm Brothers Zoo, where he's learned to say, thank you, you're welcome, and please. And he's crazy for parsnips, but can't abide peas. Okay. So Little Red, you probably are never going to have to worry about getting eaten by a wolf. What Little Red was worried about. But you'll have other problems to figure out in school and in life. And let's see if you notice these things that Little Red did to save the 3 pigs and herself from the big bad wolf. Number 1, she asked questions. Remember that part where she's looking at the pig and she says, well, why are there claws on your toes? Where'd you get the short snout? How'd you get the long nose? Where's your short snout? So she was a little confused about that. And next year, when you're in 1st grade, if something doesn't seem quite right or you don't understand something, follow Little Red's example and ask questions. Number 2, speak up. Finally, Little Red just couldn't hold it back anymore. Enough, she said. You tell me where you've got those pigs stashed. Well, if you know you're right and it's something important, say it. Sometimes that can be scary, especially if you're talking to a wolf pretending to be a pig. You don't have to say it in a mean way like Little Red did. You can still be polite, but it's really important to stand up for yourself when you need to. Number 3, let's see here. Okay, we didn't mean to do that. Danielle, can you help me? Uh-oh. Well, I am not able to move my slides forward. Danielle, can you help me? And I'm not sure why it's so large. Okay, well, we'll just go on without our slides then. So number 2 was speak up. Number 3 is to think. I might even say to think fast or to use your head. Do you remember when Mr. Wolf leaped out at Red? She didn't have much time to figure out how to stop him. Well, Mr. Wolf had just been talking about the peas, trying to sell her some peas. There we go. And he'd been talking about the squishy, mushy peas, but the store had frozen peas too. Hard, round little peas like marbles that would roll all over the floor and trip up somebody trying to chase somebody else around the market, right? Little Red really used her head when she ripped open those peas. I don't think a wolf will be chasing you anytime soon, but you'll have other problems to solve. And if you use your head like Little Red did, you'll be able to solve them. Even math problems, those were always the hardest ones for me. Number 4 is to celebrate. Every time you learn something new, every time you solve a problem, every time you reach a goal, like graduating from kindergarten, it's important to celebrate. Celebrating makes us feel good, and it makes us want to learn more new things and try solving harder problems and reach bigger goals. Sometimes celebrating can be small, just like throwing your hand in the air and saying, yay. I personally like to celebrate by eating ice cream. Does anybody else out there like ice cream? Sometimes if you've accomplished something big, it's good to celebrate big. like Little Red is doing here with the 3 little pigs and Granny and the king. And I hope that some of you are going to be having a party today and celebrating your graduation, because this is a big accomplishment. However you do it, remember to celebrate when you've done something good. Number 5, have fun. Doesn't Little Red look happy there? You know, I told you a little bit earlier about my friend Penelope Parsnip. So here's the thing. I told you Penelope taught me a lesson, and you might be surprised that the lesson Penelope taught me was to have fun. So I was getting ready to go on a long trip, and I was going to be in a lot of bookstores and a lot of schools talking to scholars like you. And I felt like I needed to take something with me that would kind of help me feel good when I was in a bookstore, in a classroom. And since my latest book was called Once Upon a Parsnip, that one we just read, I thought, how about if I take a parsnip with me? So you all know parsnips, right? They're kind of like a carrot, only they're this color instead of orange, but they grow in the ground just like a carrot. Well, I went to the grocery store and I bought a parsnip. And I went to the craft store and I bought some eyes and lips, and I even found a pair of glasses that I loved. And boy, did I have fun with Penelope Parsnip. First of all, I went to the dollar store and got her some headbands because she had an awfully big forehead and she wanted to be pretty. And she was so pretty that one day a beautiful butterfly landed on her head and hung around with her for a little while. The problem is with parsnips and other vegetables, even if you keep them in the refrigerator to sleep at night, they get kind of old and wrinkled. So I had to become a surgeon. And every 4 or 5 days, I had to give Penelope a complete head transplant. There she is in surgery. And then I thought, well, it would be fun to give her a body because then I could dress the body up. Wouldn't that be fun? So I found a glass jar that her head would fit in. And look at all the different outfits I made for her. She really liked the Christmas one in that 3rd picture. And then I thought, well, she probably needs some other veggie friends. So meet Tommy Turnip and his little pet Chayote. And I actually had a 1st grader who went to the store with me and picked out these vegetables and helped me decide how to make them. That was so much fun. And then I kind of got tired of giving her surgeries every 4 or 5 days. So I asked my friend Drew, could you carve me a wooden parsnip? And he said, well, I've never done that before, but it sounds like fun. So he did. He not only carved me a parsnip, he made a body for my parsnip with arms and legs that could move. Why? Because it was fun, he said. And then I had another friend who, when she saw Penelope's new body, thought it would be fun to make some clothes for her. So all of a sudden, Penelope gets this brand new wardrobe. Pretty fancy, that one on the right, isn't it? Her favorite thing now, she gets to wear shoes. And she gets to meet famous people. She even met Santa Claus once. So there's Penelope, who taught me how to have fun. And then here's our 3 friends you met earlier. Opper the frog. And what kind of fish is this? Not a trout, but a tuna. And what is Queen Elsa drinking? Tea. Opper, tuna, tea. Can you say those 3 words with me? Opper's name, Opper, tuna, tea. One more time, Opper, tuna, tea. Now say them really fast and all together. Opportunity, opportunity. Can you say that? Let me hear it really loud. Yes, opportunity. That's the big word that my 3 friends wanted to teach you. Opportunity. Well, what does that big word mean? I'll tell you. An opportunity is something that you get to decide about, something important, something that can change your life. An opportunity can be big, like the word opportunity is big, or it can be just a tiny little opportunity. It just means you have a chance to do something new or to learn something new. Every single day for the rest of your life, you get to decide whether or not to learn something new or to do something new that you have never learned or done before. Isn't that exciting? Every single day you have opportunities. My last and very best advice to you is to say yes to every opportunity you have to do something new or to learn something new. Every day, say yes to learning something. Say yes to trying something you haven't done before. Because you know what? Every time you say yes to an opportunity, you are inviting new opportunities into your life, new things to learn, new things to do. You will be inventing your life as you go along. So let's review all the lessons we've learned today from Little Red and Penelope and our friends, the frog, the fish, and the tea drinking queen. First, pay attention. Next, ask questions. Remember to speak up. And like Little Red, always use your head. Then celebrate the good things you've done. And don't forget to have fun along the way. Finally, say yes to every opportunity you get to learn something new or to do something new. You can do it. Think about it. If even a mean old wolf can learn to say please and thank you, you can learn anything. Thank you so much for including me in your celebration. Congratulations again to all the amazing kindergartners who are with us today. I can't wait to see what you learn and do next. And thank you, Mr. Lewis. It's time to turn the mic back to you.
Thank you, Ms. Hicks. I'm certainly feeling inspired and energized thanks to your words of wisdom and words of encouragement. If kindergarten scholars here with us today are interested in receiving a copy of Barbara Jean Hicks' book, Once Upon a Parsnip, please complete the survey that will be shared with you at the end of today's celebration. Thank you so much to all of our scholars, family, and staff members for joining us at today's end of the year kindergarten celebration. We look forward to all of the memories we are going to make together next year. To our kindergarten scholars, this celebration is to mark the closing of one part of your educational journey and beginning of the next chapter as you move on to first grade. We hope that you are able to take photos to capture your end of year celebration experience at home, and we love to see them. We invite you to share your photos on social media and tagging @CompassCS on Twitter, Facebook, and or Instagram. Following the conclusion of our celebration, we invite you to stay for a virtual reception where scholars and families will have the opportunity to turn on their webcams and celebrate their kindergarten scholars. Please note the link and password that's being shared in the chat box. All right, there it is. Before we begin our reception, please direct your attention back to the chat box. We have shared a link to our post celebration survey and would greatly appreciate it if you would take a moment to open the survey and complete it for today's celebration. As a reminder, this is the survey you will need to complete if your scholar is interested in receiving a copy of Once Upon a Parsnip by Barbra Hicks, courtesy of Compass Charter Schools. Again, thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations to our class of 2033. I look forward to seeing you in a few minutes for our virtual reception. Let's continue our celebration this morning of our promoting kindergartners. We'll see you soon.